What's up, bunnies? Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me today. This video is going to be a tutorial on how to achieve this very easy, natural, everyday look that I normally do when I'm going out in public, and it's not a big deal. So if you want to know how to achieve this look, make sure you stay tuned. Alright guys, so I did my brows off camera, and right now I'm just going to use this NYC palette. It's for blue eyes, but I usually just use the primer that's in it, that one right there, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I'm just going to repeat that on the other side. I don't use this primer very often because it's really light. Usually I just use one of my concealers, but today I decided to use this because it does help the colors stick a little better, especially when I'm doing a natural look. Every sound I make, something about you makes me brave. Now I'm just gonna take this pale shade right here. It doesn't have a name, but it's in an e.l.f. palette and I like it. I'm also gonna use this fluffy brush by Eco Tools, and I'm gonna sweep that all over the top portion of my lid. That is mostly my hood, but the lid area right there where I'm doing it, right there. Of course, you repeat that on the other side. Hear me out. I could come to you instead. Oh, if I make a few mistakes, Now I'm going to take this medium brown shade, also from my e.l.f. palette, and I'm going to put that just above my crease with the same exact brush. Oh, I'm so grateful to have you. Of course, whatever we do to one side, we must do to the other, so I'm repeating it. Single word I sing, you never take it wrong. Just me and my microphone. I can tell you what I feel. You are my catharsis. Now I'm going to take this slightly darker brown shade and I'm going to put that directly into my crease with this tapered brush here. It is a no-name brush, so just any tapered brush will work. Microphone, oh, just me and my microphone. Hear the pieces of me, every single word I sing. You never take it wrong. Just me and my microphone. Take this darkest brown, as you can see I use it a lot, and I'm going to put that in my crease right on top of where I put the other color and slightly below it. I have a lot of lid and a lot of hood, so I try to conceal that as much as possible by going darker in the crease. So this is just going to add some depth and help minimize the look of my hood. As you can see, I really like to get in there and take my time and blend everything just to make sure that it looks right, because sometimes when I'm looking down, it looks like, you know, the brown is where I need it to be, but when I open my eyes, it's hidden by my eyelid. So I try to bring it up as much as possible so that it does create the look that I want. Now this color is like a goldish shimmery color, and then I'm going to use this little small no-name flat brush, and I'm going to put that on my lid right there. Go for this deep gold. I love this color, it's very pretty, and I'm gonna put that just on the inner corner of my eyelid, only because I didn't quite like the color that I used before, so I used this just to kind of warm it up a little bit, I guess. And I'm gonna put it right there in that little area, and it's gonna look good. Go ahead and apply my liner. I didn't show you guys which liner I use, but that's because it's nothing special. It's just a regular liquid liner with the brush tip. I tried the felt tip one. It didn't work out the way I needed it to. It kept grabbing at my skin because the skin around my eye is a little bit loose. These brushes like this, where they're very thin, those work out better for me. So I'm just gonna add a tiny wing liner on both of my eyes. Now I'm taking this shimmery shade and I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone. I don't use a lot, so I'm just going to use very little with that small flat brush that I used before, and I'm just going to put that on my brow bone. Now I'm going to take the same shade that I started with on that same fluffy brush and just kind of clean up any harsh lines that I see. I'm sure many of you recognize this NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. What I'm going to do is take this tiny little brush here, and I am going to use that to put the color I lost my train of thought. I'm going to use that to put the color on my lower lash line area situation, you know, right up under there where you see me putting it. Not really sure what that's called. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. As I said, I am not a makeup artist. I just enjoy doing makeup, and this really helps colors stick, especially bright colors, and I'm going to put a very pretty gold under there, so I want to make sure I get that nice and clean. This is the gold color I'll be using. It's in another palette that doesn't really have a name. It's just got really pretty shimmery colors, and I'm going to use this flat taper brush to apply that to my lower lash line where I just put the white cream pencil. You know what I'm talking about. I'm putting it on the lower lash line. To add my mascara. This is Wet n Wild Mega Length. I don't use name brand mascaras. It just doesn't really matter as far as my lashes are concerned. Anything I put on them makes them pop. This is pretty much what the brush looks like. It's plastic, I guess, and it kind of grabs at the lashes and pulls them out. It works really well for me. Maybe you guys can help me, find one that's a little bit better. I don't know. I kind of like it. It looks pretty good, gets the job done. But I'm really open to suggestion. If you guys know of a better one that I could use that's pretty affordable, just let me know in the comments. And of course, I'm going to do this to both eyes. To do, since I'm not going to be wearing any foundation with this look, is to take this color right here. It's in a concealer palette that I have, and I usually just put that right underneath my eye. It's a perfect match to my skin tone right there, so I just use that to blend out any imperfections and to make the color that I have on my lower lash line pop a little better. The last thing I'm going to do is take this Smooth and Easy Edges by the olive oil people there that you saw, and I'm going to use that to slick down my edges. Now let me tell you guys a cool story about my edges there. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, I used to wear a lot of ponytails, those really high ponytails where you could take the weft of hair and just wrap it around and around and around with, bobby pins, and it was like, ooh girl, I got hair. But I pulled it so tight and did that so often and used gel to hold my edges down that it broke my edges off. It took them quite a while to grow back. So nowadays when I braid my hair or do anything, I do not include my edges. So I'm going to slick those down and we'll see what it looks like when I'm finished. Now I'm going to take my trusty orange rat tail comb here and style it up. This is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for checking out this tutorial. I know I'm not a makeup artist, but I love to play in makeup, and if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I did put on some lip gloss after the fact, and there it is right there. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it. It's really pretty. So let me know in the comments if you guys know what song I sampled this particular song from that's playing right now. Go ahead.